Alrighty, welcome to another Power of Cube and oh, the best laid plans of horses and cheons, as they say. So this week it's no artifacts week, except I had one stipulation, if or exception. If I got a Tolarian Academy in the first three picks, and this is a pick one pack one Tolarian Academy, I'm going to take it because there's two things going on here. One, it's a team draft. I would still like to win the draft. My teammates would like me to win the draft. And I think that it would be... I don't think it's good to take a Johnny or a Clockwork Librarian. Those are the next best two cards over Academy Pick 1, Pack 1. And the second thing is that... Do you really want me to take a Johnny over Academy? I don't think anyone's really looking for that, or maybe Cogwork. Either way, no artifact week got disrupted by opening Academy. But hey, like I said, that's just bowing to the reality of the situation. I'm going to take Academy. T-Bone maybe takes a Johnny or Cogwork, and I guess we'll see where we go from here. Where we go from here is the best card being Thoughtseize. I'm still going to take it. I don't love it, but... I just don't think it's reasonable to take any other card here. So it's possible we back off Academy. Obviously, not the most likely thing in the world. Academy is a super strong card to a draft round. But even if I want to play Academy, I'll still just take the Thoughtseize here. I mean, whether starting town, iteration, Inti, but Thoughtseize is just the best card by so much. Ooh, now there's a Mox Diamond though. I do like that. I don't even really like Passageways here that much, and I think Archon is good, but I don't think I'm supposed to take Archon here. I think I'm supposed to take Mox Diamante. Time Spiral and Karn would be nice to come back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably. Time Spiral won't come back. Karn might, though. It is possible. And, all right. This is a start. This is a start. Day 3 of no artifact week. It's going swimmingly. Then here... There's a Vamp Tutor. Ooh, he could be Academy combo. There's also Echo of Eons. Echo of Eons is very good. Daze is just okay. I probably just want to take Vamp to go with Thoughtseize. And, vamping for Academy is also potentially pretty strong. Let's just keep the door open to draft Academy combo, which is also different than a lot of the Academy decks I draft, though obviously we'll see where we actually end up. All right, and next pack, we might be dodging artifacts because... This pack, I'm just going to take Fatal Push. Consider, I think, can be good in combo, but Fatal Push is also good, and I just think it's the best card here. Pyrokinesis isn't bad. Thieving Skydiver can be good, but Black seems open, which is... Wait. Cogwork got 5th picked? Wow, so a Johnny almost assuredly got taken, and I don't really know what the next two people took. Nothing in that pack was that close. Anyways, John Livingston loves playing Black, but apparently you're passing a bunch of Black cards here. Well, now I think I take a Troxa. Okay, you know what? The draft gods heard me. They decided maybe not drafting artifacts this week after all, even with a first pick Academy. Well, like I said, we'll see. And I think that's better than Sheldock. Limdul's Vault is good, but I already have 2 tutors. Let's take a card that actually can combine to do something here. And because this at least is a good build around. So I've got a couple directions here. Really going to matter kind of what else I see. If I pick up a bunch of cheap artifacts and I can draft that sort of deck, great. Ooh, now there's Spell Pierce and Preordain. Not considering Palantir, Reprieve, Godless Shrine, or No More Lies. I think I just take Spell Pierce. I just, again, find that card to be incredible. And right now, I'm just looking like blue-black combo, which honestly, Mox Diamond's not even that good in this kind of deck. It is good with Atroxa, because picking up a way to, get extra mana is nice. But, yeah, if it seems like either just two possibilities. The most likely, I think, is that just the packs didn't have cheap artifacts as much. And the second is that John Livingston or maybe Paulchina, someone there, is cutting me from artifacts. I would say more likely it's just that the packs didn't have them there. And then they used Cogwork already. Anyways. But given that I haven't really seen any artifacts, I'm not that likely to run Academy, but again, we'll see. If I get a pretty late, well, I guess it's pick 8 here, but if I get some late artifacts in the, in the next pack or in the middle of the next pack, we'll see. I'm going to take Kai'Sail Freebooter. I think I like that more than Scrubland. And then here, I don't really want Revoker. Honestly, I might just take Treasure Cruise. Yeah, Bebop, of course, slammed Cogwork. How do you... Using Cogwork this early is kind of wild. I'm curious what the packs did. I mean, Treasure Cruise is actually great with Spell Pierce, Thoughtseize, Mox, all those things. I don't even find Revoker to be that good regardless. And then here, Haywire Might is a cheap artifact, but it's not even one that I like all that much. So let's just take the Nurturing Peatland here. And I guess Shadowy Backstreet. I'm not really interested in the rest of these cards all that much. And then here, I either hate Chandra or hate Adeline. I guess since I think Johnny got taken, I think I'd rather hate Adeline. And then I guess I'll take Peacekeeper here. Well, no, I should take Blood Tithe. There is a real chance I do play Blood Tithe in my deck. If I end up in like some sort of Reanimator deck. And then I think Aragorn is generally stronger than Arwen. All right, well. We have an Academy here. No real reason to spend too much trying to draft around it. Though, I guess we'll see what the next couple packs look like. Because there is a strong possibility that, I don't know, if I opened a Mox and then the next pack had like a Mana Vault and then I got a key or something, yeah, I could definitely go that direction. But it would take a lot more doing, whereas, like, in a normal draft where I took Academy and took 4 artifacts in that pack, I would be pretty firmly into Academy. Now, I'm just going to have to see. Oh my god, there's a Candelabra. It's okay, I'll take Psychic Frog. This is where we're at. This is just looking like blue-black, maybe Reanimator, maybe not. The things pushing me towards Reanimator are Vampiric Tutor, about to be Psychic Frog, and Atraxa. Blood Tithe and Academy could just be over here chilling. And these lands are also not that useful. The things pushing me towards just blue-black mid, I guess, are just... these cards all look good in that deck, too. Shame passing these fetch lands. Candelabra's probably coming back, but, you know, I don't think I'm going to be in the market for it when it does, unfortunately. It's still not too late for me to find a way to get myself back into Academy. But again, it would take a pretty strong push as opposed to, you know, being the direction I think I'm going to go. Because, like, look, I will still take Mana Vault if I see it, that sort of thing. There's Mishra's Bauble. There's Thopter Foundry. There's Pyroblast. Cogwork heading my direction, maybe. There's Arid Mesa. The problem is I want to take Arid Mesa, but I'm blue-black, so that's not the easiest thing. There's also like a Cult Epiphany, but I don't think a Cult Epiphany is a card I really want to be second picking here. Bauble is just like a generically good card, but I really don't think I'm going to end up in Academy. I think if I end up in Grixis, Arid Mesa is going to be good enough. All right, let's just take Arid Mesa here. Now there's an Urza. Also a Tezzeret, Chromatic Star. There's also Badlands, though. I'll still take Urza. I think Urza is reasonably strong. I don't think I'm giving up much by passing Cut Down or Badlands. Honestly, if John's cutting artifacts, then I'd rather just take Urza anyway there. Now there's a Mox Opal. It's also a Frantic Search, and this is looking like a pretty good Frantic Search deck. Let's go to the Treasure Cruise. I think that even taking the Urza, I'm not that inclined to go hard into artifacts. I don't think I can take Mox Opal here. I like Oculus too, but... And then... Ooh, Dak Faden, Collective Brutality. I mean, Dak is pretty good. Great with Treasure Cruise, good with discard. Yeah, let's just take Dak. Passing a Cryogen Relic, though, I don't think that's a card I would have wanted to take here anyway. There's also a Dark Confidant, but I don't like taking Bob that early. Oh, there's the Xander's Lounge. Perfect. That's what I was hoping to pick up when I picked up this Arid Mesa. And passing a Lelia and a Flame Slash and a Suplex. But getting Xander's Lounge means that I can actually, like, count on having decent red mana. So I could then take a card like, you know, maybe I don't get Flame Slash or Suplex, but if I get a Burst Lightning or Chain Lightning or something, that's fairly comparable. Okay. Well, I first picked Academy and ended up not Artifacts. I'm still fine just taking that Urza. I don't know. I don't really like passing it in that spot. But that's just how the packs were. Blood Tithe also might be getting into if I'm playing a little bit of red. Oh, Shadowy Backstreet's not a 0 with Arid Mesa if I want another target for Arid Mesa. And Surveil lands are really nice. When you have Vamp, you can go crack Arid Mesa, get Shadowy Backstreet, trigger on the stack, Vamp for Atraxa, and it's like build your own Entomb. Which is pretty neat, I'll be honest. Any chance we get this Cogwork? No, but I'm slamming Dismember. I like Oliphant as well, but Dismember is just such a good card. I think Dismember is just kind of perfect. And then here, the funny thing is we're actually pretty close to a Lurrus deck. I think I'm going to take JVP. I just took Dismember, so Edict is a little less good. JVP is good in Reanimator, and I do have this Atroxa and a bunch of discard outlets and a Vamp Tutor. Like, I would like to kind of get that going if I can. So passing a late Pyrite to go with the Salvagers if someone got a Lotus. All right. And then here, Candelabra did wheel. So sad. I'll take Galvanic Discharge. I think that's better than taking Tersa. Tersa is good, but I like Galvanic Discharge a lot. I mean, Leyline Binding is also... well, hold on. I have a Fetch and an Arid Mesa, and this is 4 colors worth of stuff. Maybe I just take Leyline Binding. It is a much stronger card. I think I will take that. And then now I'll take Sculler, or maybe I just take Thopter. I do have a Tutor, and I have an Urza for that matter. All right, let's take Thopter Foundry. Haven't seen Sword of the Meek as far as I know. Passing a Veil Summer, a Sculler, and a late Coalition Relic. But again, this Tolarian Academy Urza in the sideboard. Oof, don't love that. And then here, Chromatic Star still here. All right, well, I will take that. So it does feel maybe more like they're one of these 3 people who are passing me in pack 1 is drafting artifacts. So I'll take Chromatic Star. There's a decent chance I want to play it here too. It's still not 0. I did pass a Mox Opal, but it's still not 0 that we end up in Academy with Academy in our deck, though I think it's getting pretty close. I guess I'll take Salvagers here. No, I should take Fiery Islet. The odds of getting Lotus or LED aren't that high, and Fiery Islet is definitely going to make my deck. Plus, if someone wanted Salvagers, they would have already taken it, so hate drafting it doesn't seem super productive. Generally, if you have Lotus, you're not passing that thing. Oh, I will take Cryogen Relic here. I don't care about the other 2 cards. And here... oh, I guess I should take Lush Portico if I am drafting somewhat Domain. All right, I've got a start to a bunch of artifact cards, and now there's a Seasoned Dungeoneer is the only good card. All right, I guess I just take the Seasoned Dungeoneer. Seems like that's where we're at. I've got a couple white fetches. I'm already going to play a white card. It's the best card by miles. I mean, I could take Bitter Triumph or Lose Focus. Those aren't as good. All right, Seasoned Dungeoneer it is, and then... there's an Undermount Adventure and an Upheaval, but and a Wheel of Fortune, all that stuff. But I think I just take Prismatic Vista. I'm kind of just drafting Domain at this point, though maybe this Urza gets in. Who knows? The rest of these pack just isn't that strong. I didn't really want to take a green card there. I could have taken Undermount Adventure, but feels like taking a green card there is instead of a 5-color land is probably not a good idea. Okay, so. Still do want a way to reanimate this Atroxa. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. We've got some pretty good cards here. Verdant and Deep Cavern Bat in this pack. In Currency Converter and Forensic Gadgeteer. Yeah, I wonder what happened. I'm interested to see if any of John, Paul, or Bebop are playing artifacts. I kind of want to just take Verdant. Deep Cavern Bat is very good. It's true. But with Verdant, I can basically just play all 5 colors, though Deep Cavern Bat with Initiative is so good. Let's just take the Deep Cavern Bat. I just took a fetch land. And here there's a Mystic Confluence and a Narset and a Lutri, but I kind of just want to take Inquisition. I think Inquisition is just very, very good. Passing on a Doomsday as well. So I've got a bunch of discard now, and I've got a Spell Pierce, and I've got some removal spells. I guess my meat right now is a Psychic Frog, a Seasoned Dungeoneer, and then maybe if I find a reanimate this Atroxa. All right. I've also got an Aragorn that technically I could play if the mana really worked out, though I don't think I'm going to do that right now. There's also Cryogen Relic and Saheeli, so I've got like this artifact package here that I don't think is really going to bear fruit. It's possible Urza gets in here because I'll have like a couple artifacts, and Urza is just like a reasonably strong card. All right, well, I guess I'm taking a fetch land here. So Polluted Delta is blue-black, gets Xander's Lounge, Shadowy Backstreet, or untapped, gets untapped black and blue, and then tapped red and white. Flooded Strand gets untapped blue and white, and tapped red and black, but it also gets tapped green. I'll still take Polluted Delta. I want untapped black. Passing a Malcolm, but I think Delta is really good. I kind of wish I'd taken that Ren in 6. I did not see myself ending up here. Now I kind of think I'm just maybe 5 colors, and then Aragorn maybe doesn't get in, but I don't think I want Lotus Cobra in still, but 3 fetches is a lot of fetches. There's an Underworld Breach. I don't really want a tap land. I don't really want any of these cards. I mean, Dig is a great card, but I already have Treasure Cruise. You usually don't want to play both. I could hate Underworld Breach. I could also just take Wasteland. It's funny. I saw 0 Reanimator cards and 0 artifacts. Is Wasteland good? Do I want to hate Breach? I don't really have a specific reason to hate Breach. I haven't passed any of the other 2 parts. I think I'll just take the Wasteland here. Maybe I'll play it, maybe not. And then here, I do love a Deluge. There's also a Cogwork, but this looks like a good spot for a Deluge. Though there is also a Subtlety. I don't know if I have enough blue cards. Let's just take Toxic Deluge. Now there's Grief as well. There's also Fresh Start. I also kind of want to just take Leovold. I feel like this deck could cast Leovold fairly well. Reasonably well, yeah. It's a strong card, though. Grief is also a pretty good card, though. I don't have a great way to use it. I guess I'm just using it as like just pitch casting it. I don't have really much to animate. All right. I'll take that. And then here, Lose Focus is great. I would have considered taking that the first time, passing Card Infiltrator, Sunset Saboteur. And then here, an Indatha Triome, Pentad Prism, Talisman. I don't really want any of these. Does Indatha Triome do much for me? Not a lot, honestly, and I have 3 tap lands. I kind of just think I hate Pentad Prism, though I don't think I'm going to play it. Oh, Kaito I definitely want. I've got Freebooter and Deep Cavern Bat, and it's also just a reasonable card to cast. Though, actually, no, Deathrite Shaman. I have 3 fetches, and I'll play Wasteland. All right, yeah, let's get Deathrite in, actually. Deathrite's great. And then here, I'll take Brazen Borrower over Narset. I think this looks like a pretty good Borrower deck. I think I'd rather take Cankerbloom. I'm not going to play enough green for Noble, and maybe I would side this in. What a weird draft. Okay. I guess I'm just not playing this Atrox. After all this, I just ended up blue-black. I guess I might play Heritage Reclamation in my deck. I don't know. I've got a decent amount of green fixing, though. Right now, the only green I have is Deathrite Activation or Leyline Binding, which isn't bad. Though I do think I want this Aragorn in. All right. What a draft. No Artifacts week continues. All right. Well, weird draft. Let's swap out deltas here. Why not? So looking at this, right now this is 16 lands, and I actually kind of want one more. What is this deck going to do? Oh, Frantic Search doesn't do much. It's basically Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Spell Pierce, Lose Focus, Bat, Freebooter. Julie. Psychic Frog, Deluge. So this is just blue-black, kind of mid-range, splashing Dungeoneer, Leyline Binding, kind of splashing Aragorn too. And I think splashing Aragorn and Leyline Binding makes sense. Stack Faden. I'm basically just splashing and Dungeoneer. I mean, I kind of just need Dungeoneer and Aragorn to actually win games. And I feel like my mana is still going to be fine. I could also just play this Atroxa to cast. It's not completely ridiculous, but I guess I'm cutting cards already, and I could play like Urza and Cryogen Relic. You know, Cryogen Relic is a draw too. So if I did that, I would play those, but I would still have to cut more cards. And right now this is 17. I think I'd rather keep it like this and then go from there. Let's see. I could even play one more land if I wanted to, because I have Wasteland and Mox Diamond. Those are both kind of push you to want to play more lands. So right now, I'd want Mountain, Plains, because I have Prismatic Vista. And this leaves me, let's say if I had no more basic red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus Mox and Star and Deathrite. That's enough red for those 2. Plains, I have 1, 2, because Delta does get white, 3, 4, 5, 6 white. It's a little awkward because some of these sources count for both red and white. So like Arid Mesa, for example. So casting Aragorn is still going to be a little tough. But I do have Chromatic Star and Deathrite. And then the rest is islands and swamps, I assume. And I don't need green sources, except I do have a Lush Portico, which is perfect. It lets me use Deathrite and makes Leyline Binding cost 1 sometimes, which can matter. So if I go 3 and 3, so this is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black plus Mox and Star. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 blue plus Mox and Star. And I think I just play one more black. Seems pretty obvious. All right. I mean, maybe I'll side in a forest at some point. Who knows? Well, there's also Pentad Prism. I am playing 5 colors. Pentad Prism is good with these 4s. Is there something I want to cut for it? I'm already playing Chromatic Star. No, I don't like Pentad Prism in this kind of deck. I only have 2 cards that it's actually helpful at casting. It's these 2 4-drops. And I think my colors work otherwise. So, yeah, let's run it. All right, my team, Paul Chinas here, has... Oh, nice. A nice Jeskai Mana Vault deck with 4th Earlingus, Jailer, Subtlety, Scarlet, Feywild, Ultima, Fractured, a bunch of counter spells, some cheap removal, pretty good fixing. Oh, yeah. No, this deck looks great. This is for not having power, this is a great, just like kind of Jeskai mid-range deck. I like it. The Fats has, a nice blue-green Fastbond Zerno Crucible deck with Ancestral. Didn't get, no, this is the Strip Mine. I'm pretty sure that card, that weird Universes Beyond card or whatever, bonus sheet card is Strip Mine. Should they play Exploration? Huh. Not sure. I guess that's kind of close. But I like the way this deck looks. It's got some cool stuff going on. And then Nathan here has Black-White Disruption. Oh, I had that late Sculler. I got past and made it in. Nice. Parallax Wave, Vindicate, Bowmasters, Cathar Commando, Duress, Skull Clamp. Yeah, this deck looks nice too, Solitude. So we don't have a lot of power, but we got some good stuff going on, and I like where we're looking. All right, time for 1-1. It's John Livingston here, and all right. I mean, I'll keep this. This is part of where it's just such a shame that I didn't really get a good Vampiric Tutor deck. It's like, I'm playing Vamp because I think I should still. Like, I can Vamp for high-impact cards, but I don't really have a combo to Vamp for, which is, like I said, unfortunate. Let's just go Swamp. Deep Cavern Bat. What you got? Yes, the person passed to me was Academy, all right. All right. Balance. Key. My teammate has the Time Vault, so it's not that. Tinker. Soul Guide. What am I going to do here? I've got a Leyline Binding I could cast at some point. I think... Do I take Balance? Or do I take Tinker? I think I just take Balance because it's just so annoying to take another card and have it under the bat and then Balance just kind of owns you. Soul Guide and Key. Yep. I drew Jace. I think I'm more likely to use Delta. Play these two. Play Jace. And if Portal gets tutored for, I can deal with it. It's just not that big of a deal. This way, he's got to draw a land right this turn to do that. I'm basically hoping he didn't draw a land in these two turns. Glad I cut that Urza. I just figured if I was seeing no artifacts pack 1, someone passed to me, it was a good chance they were artifacts. So I didn't mind wasting a pick. Oh, I see. That's a different thing entirely, isn't it? Oh no, this is so bad. So now he's going to go like, you could go like Tezzeret, untap the Mana Crypt, and then Tinker. I mean, it's not like leaving a Balance would have helped much here. I would have gotten Balance down to nothing. So, well, I have a Vamp, and I have Leyline Binding, so I could get Shadowy Backstreet, see what's on top. Leyline Binding for no mana. I also have Vamp for Dak Faden at some point here. Here comes Tez. In control. Ladies love his snuff and his perfect stroll. All right, getting a 1-drop. What other broken cards do we have? Do we have another 6-0? A Soul Ring? All right, well, let's see how this goes, huh? And then Tinker. I'm glad it doesn't have Time Vault. Ooh, what do you tinker away here? Yeah, the Key probably. Could tinker away Mana Crypt. Is this going to be Portal? Okay, well, here's the nice part. Is I can Vamp for for Dak Faden. I think I'm going to get Shadowy Backstreet still. I guess I'll put this in my graveyard. I don't think I want to draw it. Upkeep. Vamp. Dak Faden. Draw. Get Dak. Dak the portal. All right. Can play Displacer Kitten and maybe do something with it. If he's got a way to trigger Kitten, he can go pretty hard with Tezzeret. -3 for an artifact. It's going to basically be able to get all the 1-mana artifacts and 0-mana artifacts out. But I don't think I'm not flooded for choice here. Yeah, you got a Kitten. And unsurprisingly, a spell. Okay. Gleemox? Oh my god. All right, well, this is going to be a treat, isn't it? Mox Opal, yeah, not surprised about that one. The last card in hand is Balance, though at least the balance isn't very good right now. All right, Candelabra? Yep. Anything else? I guess we'll find out, huh? Candelabra. Blink Tezzeret. I mean, this is going pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. And then we've got to be close to out. Walking Ballista. Oh, killing Dak Faden, huh? Fair. Am I gonna get soul guided so I don't get to get any creatures back? No. I could get Bat. Bat gets ballistaed. So does Jace, but it costs a little more mana. I could also get Bat and then in response killed the ballista. I think I'm going to do that. So hold on control. Target Deep Cavern Bat. Cast Leyline Binding. I mean, the ballista is just also the biggest threat in play anyway. Target Walking Ballista. You can ping me or not. Kind of depends on what... Well, it doesn't really depend on that much because it's not like having a ballista under Leyline Binding is all that great either. But now I get to take Balance and hopefully John doesn't have more good artifacts to tutor for. Okay. It could also soul guide me here if he wants, which I think is totally reasonable. Either way. Okay, take Balance again. Draw. Lose focus. Unlikely to be good, but we'll see. Okay, lost the flip. Has 3, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So lose focus can counter a 7-drop right now. Assuming Tezzeret isn't even involved. All right, draw a card. Next turn I get back Jace. Wow. And start moving on stuff, maybe. I mean, there is like some turns where it's like cycle another Triumph, find something, and then I can maybe counter it. Oh. What is this? Upheaval. Blinking Kitten. I can make the Upheaval cost 4 more mana, but then what? I still die by so much. All right. We're done here. All right. Well, what am I going to do here? I could put in a Heritage Reclamation and a Canker Bloom, I guess. Sure. How many green sources? If I play a Nurturing Peatland, because the damage shouldn't matter, so that's not bad. And a Forest. If I put in those two, I need to cut a land. I need to cut... I mean, Toxic Deluge looks awful. Fatal Push. Fatal Push does kill Displacer Kitten at instant speed. That's not nothing. Dismember is better. Grief, Leyline Binding's all fine. Yeah, maybe Fatal Push is just bad. And then I guess I'll cut a swamp or an island. I think I had one more swamp. All right. Oh, let's battle. Let's just say my bad deck against their busted deck is going to be tough. But, you know, we got a shot. We always have a shot. We always have a shot. No, I don't think that hand does it. It's a shame because mulling Mox deck isn't something I really want to do. God, I really don't want to put this Mox Diamond away. Because casting this Aragorn is on ahead of schedule is a really good way to win. I'm going to put back Heritage Reclamation. Maybe it's greedy. I don't know. I'm just going to do this now. I'm going to end up discarding a land to it. So regardless, so Basalt, Monolith, Tinker, and Probe. All right. Let's just take Tinker. And I'm just hoping to hit 2 lands in a row to play this Aragorn. Okay. Well, in that case, sack this for black. Play Blood Tithe. Pass the turn. The other thing is Mox Diamond is a 5-color source, which, look at my hand, it's pretty good to have. So, let's see. Ancient Tomb. Gonna go with the Monolith. All right, land. Land would be really nice here. Land. Cankerbloom. Destroy that. Attack. All right. All right. So Ancient Tomb, Probe, Tinker, Monolith, Island, Plains gone. Let's play the bat here. Mana Crypt and Portal. I guess I'll take Mana Crypt. Beat you down to 10. Okay. We kind of have a shot here. His hand is really bad. Draw. Let's use the blood, discard, dismember. Hit lose focus, which might actually counter a portal at some point. You know, if pitching to dismember, I guess, against the Celestial Colonnade is potentially... That didn't work out, but I also think, like, Colonnade, if you're going to leave mana up for Colonnade always, I'm not too worried. I do have to worry about Portal out of nowhere, I guess. So 4 cards in hand. Oh. Going for the Portal. Cast with Replicate. Boom. All right, we got game 2. All right. Got a game? You know what? I'll take it. Let's go. On the draw here. I guess I'm just hoping for, like, you know, opponent draws 1 spell and I thought sees it sort of deal. Yeah, no blue mana here, but I'll run this. Turn 2 Freebooter, turn 3 Cankerbloom isn't bad. And if I draw blue, I get access to Psychic Frog and Spell Pierce. Yeah, this is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Is it Tezzeret? Oh, Basalt. Okay. That's a lot of colorless mana. Oh, no blue mana? Oh, balanced down to 2 cards. All right. Let's go. Swamp Psychic Frog. I drew a Dungeoneer. Lost the flip. No blue mana? No. Okay, I was worried it was Tezzeret. Oh. I drew the land. Let's just get Island. Psychic Frog. All right. We've got outs here. We've got outs. No blue mana over there. And no Tezzeret. Soul Guide Lantern. Probably draw a card, I would imagine. Untap Basalt Monolith, no plays. We could be seeing that. Oh, City of Traders. But no plays. Interesting. Let's play the Shadowy Backstreet. I don't think I can keep Inquisition. I have to find Thoughtseize, I think. The problem is... Oh, what is this? Oh. The problem is there's no cheap card that my opponent could cast right now, or they would have cast it. I could have maybe taken like a Tinker or something, but I felt like if I'd rather try to look for something, either another land or so I can play the Seasoned Dungeoneer or something so that I don't get like Portal, I think, is a more likely card. You don't usually play City of Traders unless you have some mana to spend on it. Could also play Walking Ballista here. That would actually be kind of annoying. 9 mana. Looks like a Ballista for 4. Okay. And can shoot down the Psychic Frog, and I can't stop that. All right. Frog down. Walking Ballista does not usually kill Psychic Frog, I'll tell you that much. Mox Diamond. So they can make Ballista to a 3/3. All right, well, I'll play the Mox Diamond, actually. Discard Nurturing Peatland, play Seasoned Engineer. Go and get, I guess, Island, because I have all the other sources. I, funnily enough, have drawn the Mountain and Forest, otherwise I would get one of those, though it doesn't seem like too big of a deal. Okay. No! Blue mana? No! There goes Gadgeteer Ballista. I almost stole that one. I actually came surprisingly close, but did not get there. Alright, time for round 2. My opponent has a little less power. Oh, I'm going to keep this hand. It's only a 1-lander, but I've got Star and Backstreet on the draw, and I've got 3 discard spells, though I'm probably going to want to Grief early. I'm playing against Oath Reanimator. If I just draw an untapped land, that could also help. Let's go with Shadowy Backstreet first. Any islands? And I probably have to keep, yeah, I'll keep any land, but obviously an island would be best. Well, this is one of the spots where Mox Diamond's not great. Gonna Grief with Deep Cavern Bat here. And then next turn, if I draw a non-blue land, I can maybe go Inquisition Star. But I also just want to Grief on turn 1 in case they have an early play here. This is exactly why I Grief, because now I'm going to take Oath, leave them with Reanimate, Life Death, and Through the Breach. All right, some scary stuff over there, but you know, what can you do? Turn 2, Island Psychic Frog would be a pretty big game. Oh, good, they didn't have a Surveil land to go get. I guess they can Reanimate the Grief, but the problem is if I took Reanimate and they just cast Oath of Druids, that would not work out great for me. I don't think my deck can beat an Oath of Druids out of their deck. I also have a Brazen Borrower to take the Grief back if they take Psychic Frog here. So I'm not too concerned. Basically, I just don't think I can beat an Oath in play because they have like Vaultborn Tyrant and Alpha Deathclaw and Emrakul and all this other stuff, and I have to play creatures. So I'd rather suffer through this combination of things. All right. I have 3 cards in hand. Those are 2 of them. All right. Land would be really nice here. Let's just play Chromatic Star. Because I can play Inquisition next turn. Because taking Life Death, like there's no real hurry for that. It's not doing anything. But I mean, obviously if they go like Land Cycle or Life Death here, then yeah, that'd be worse. But this way, if I don't draw a land next turn, I can crack Star and try to draw one. Obviously, if I never draw a land, it's not going to go well. But you cannot mulligan that hand that I had. I don't think that's a reasonable decision to make. Okay. Add black here. Okay, land, Inquisition. And I had to add black, I think, a cut down and a Life Death. I'm just going to take the Life Death. I'm not too worried about cut down. I think, do I take another hit here? Well, it's a shame now is that they have almost enough mana for Through the Breach, so if they draw any big creature, it's really bad. I think I'll take a hit, because if I draw blue and I can bounce the Grief, that forces them to waste the cut down on that. Oh, man. Well, this is how it's going to be. I guess it's going to be a problem. So they have Through the Grief or Through the Breach ready. Their hand is Through the Breach cut down. I'm going to take another hit. I don't think getting hit by damage from Grief is going to matter too much. I mean, I could use the Dismember, I guess. The problem is it's so much more advantageous because if I dismember that, then the next creature I play is going to get hit by Cut Down. Cut Down answers both here. Really? They just land, big creature for Through the Breach. All right, well, cool story, I suppose. Down a game here. All right. Do I want Fatal Push? I actually think I want some removal for Oath here. So once again, I'm putting these two, taking out 2 swamps and taking out Fatal Push and Toxic Deluge. I think I'll keep Dismember. That one has a shot of being reasonable. All right. Well, let's battle. All right, on the play here. Sure. Yeah, I don't think I can mulligan this hand. Do I crack Arid Mesa? I think I do. I've got just 2 white cards in the deck, so I'm just... Well, actually, I can just get Shadowy Backstreet. I was going to get Xander's Lounge, but no, Backstreet's going to be better. Turn 1 Rumble. Jeez, okay. Well, they didn't hit any good big creatures. They did hit an Oko. All right. I don't know if they can even cast the Oko. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get Shadowy Backstreet here. I'm just going to bin the Peatland. I don't think I want to keep that. Land. Oh, I think I just go Deep Cavern Bat. The problem with leaving up Lose Focus is if they don't have blue, they might not Oko next turn. Okay, so they don't have red or blue. And they have nothing to Necromancy. So I guess I take Minsk and Boo because I can't beat an Oko, or I can't beat a Minsk and Boo if they draw red. And I think they have more red than blue in their deck because they have more red cards. Of course, now they're going to draw an island. All right. And they didn't play Oko. Sadly, Spell Pierce is not going to get the job done, but I'm still just going to play the Jace. I have to try to win this game. I can't just sit here and leave up Lose Focus, then they don't draw island, play nothing, I play nothing. Next turn I don't play Jace for the same reason. Like, I just have to hope that they don't just immediately slam here. Okay, no moves so far. Nice. Now I actually might be in good shape. Oh, and I drew a Vamp. Nothing to get right now. Let's just start by Jacing here. Do I discard Fiery Islet or Mountain? I think just discard Mountain, play Fiery Islet, hit for 1. And what I might end up doing is just playing Brazen Borrower end of turn. I just don't really need to vamp for anything. I don't know. I mean, what am I vamping for? I could get Dak to steal the Mox Jet. Doesn't seem particularly great. Okay, Bloodstained Mire. So this goes and gets a blue. They play Oko, and then I can Lose Focus it. Cast with Replicate. 1. Yeah. And their hand is still just Necromancy and Forest is all I know. Okay. And so Oko down. Necromancy and Forest. I mean, I could get a discard spell, but that doesn't really seem all that great either. I think I'll just draw. Canker Bloom. Let's draw with Jace. Oh, I don't mind Leyline Binding. I think I just discard Spell Pierce at this point. I'm not really getting to Spell Pierce them. Hit for 1 with the bat, and then I think I'll just plus Jace. I don't have anything else to do. I might Vamp here. We'll see what they do next turn. I could Vamp for like Aragorn maybe. Now that I don't have Counter Magic up. It's at least a pretty fast clock, though. If they kill it... Oh, they played a different forest. Funny. Let's go Vamp. Or maybe just Seasoned Engineer. Yeah, that's probably better. Let's get Seasoned Engineer. Just going to cast Brazen Borrower. Draw Seasoned Engineer. If they have a way to kill it, they can Necromancy it, which is kind of annoying. But this also lets me get Forest here, which is actually really nice, because now my Canker Bloom is on, minus their thing, and Oh, I even get to attack with a rogue and explore. No, I don't. I think I'll keep Aragorn on top. I don't know. It's a pretty fast clock. I mean, they're also just dead next turn, I think, or at least very close to it. I can hit them for. Well, it depends if my explore hits. That's 5, 6. That'd be 11 if so. They might just be hard casting like a Vaultborn Tyrant or something, or Woodfall Primus. Yeah, I don't. That doesn't actually bother me too much. Sure, kill the Jace, it's fine. I think I just have lethal if my top card is a spell. Okay, draw. I didn't mean right now. I mean when I attack, because right now I have 10, and so I'm just gonna attack and see what I hit. Explore. Okay, I missed on that, so now I'll just Leyline Binding. The Woodfall Primus. And, alright. Good enough. Okay, going to game 3. Yeah, I mean, I like the green cards out of the sideboard. Alright, ready to roll. So for a nice Mox Diamond Deep Cavern Bat draw or something. I mean, I could just have an Inquisition Thoughtseize hand. I'm going to have to keep this. No 1-drop and on the draw. A little tough. All right, Mox Diamond, let's go. Or 1-drop discard now. Delta, and I think I just get the Xander's Lounge. I could have played Deathrite. The problem is, if I play Deathrite on turn 1, I get a worse mana source, and Deathrite's not that reliable. So let's just do this. There's the Inquisition. Let's actually, now I do that plus Deathrite, actually. Okay, cut down Fire Covenant. Oh, geez. Tons of removal. I guess I'll take Oko. Oh, wow. I'm just going to lose to this removal stuff instead. Okay. Play Deathrite, get it killed. I assume. And now they have, I guess they're missing red or green mana to cast Minsk and Boo. And then I didn't draw land. Bat eats one of the removal spells, I guess. Just forces them at least to use it. Infernal Grasp it, yep. And they're going to show me, oh, Veil of Summer, okay. So if they don't draw red or green, no Minsk and Boo. Okay, no play. No land here. I guess I'm just going to play... I could play Jace. You know what? I'm just going to play Psychic Frog. I'll make them spend some life to kill this thing. They could cycle Veil here. The problem with cycling Veil is if they don't Fire Covenant the Frog, then I can kill Minsk and Boo with it. So now they might Fire Covenant the Frog. They have to pay 7 life if they want to kill it. Wow, their hand was nuts. Just 3 good removal spells and 2 great Planeswalkers. That's a good hand. But luckily, they haven't drawn a land for Minsk and Boo yet. Otherwise, I would just be dead. All right. They just paid 7 life. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking about whether I wanted to eat some of my creatures because of their reanimates, but I don't think so. No! I needed to fade it for one more turn. Well, I needed to fade it for maybe a couple more turns, but now I'm dead. Oh, well, so it goes. I guess both games 1 and 3, I just didn't play lands. Yeah, that is a way for that to happen. I mean, sure, I'll play Jace and Chromatic Star and pretend like I'm going to do something here. They even have Veil of Summer, so I can't like rely on this Brazen Borrower. But if they didn't have Oko and Minsk, I also might have had more of a shot, but they had both, and it just isn't going to do it. Oh, so they're going to minus it now. Yeah, that's fair. Go for it while the getting's good. Kill my Jace, draw 4 cards. I mean, you should kill Jace, I would imagine. But we'll see. Yeah. And Veil, you just even makes it that much harder. I guess I could play Seasoned Engineer next turn if I draw a land. Yeah, basically I needed to get Seasoned Engineer out before Minsc and Boo hit the board. As things currently stand, I don't really see how I have a chance here. Well, I mean, this draft from start to finish, right? First pick Tolarian Academy, had the person passing me draft artifacts, but I got out of that at least. I didn't waste a bunch of picks. And then this match, their deck is certainly much better than mine. My deck's not good, so I'm under no illusions there. But also, like, I don't know, kept the 1-land Surveil hand with a Chromatic Star and basically never played a second land. I played a land like the turn before I died, and then this game they just had a really good sequence of cards. I guess if they don't have anything here, they get to attack and take the initiative, but then I get to attack Minsc and Boo back and kill that, or maybe take the initiative back. I'm not sure. Probably have to kill Minsc and Boo. And if I can, by some stroke of luck, land Brazen Borrower through Veil of Summer, then maybe that's something too. They have 7 cards in their hand. I don't imagine I can possibly win this, but if it's just all ham sandwiches, then maybe. Any one good card. And it's like, is it just like Alpha Deathclaw or something? Pest Infestation for 4. Thing is, that's not even like that crazy good, but it's going to be enough to beat me. I mean, like for drawing that many cards, I would expect them to have like a better play a lot of times. So they probably didn't even draw like insane, but it was certainly enough. Yeah, I'll put Mox Diner in my graveyard. I don't think that one's going to do a whole lot for me. Okay, Blood Tithe Harvester. No, I'm just straight up dead. I don't know. Not much I can do here. Well, it's time for round 3, and here's the good news. We're playing against a double Mox Flash Animate deck that looks very good. So, all right, let's run it. I'm not going to pitch Grief here. I'm going to play turn 2 Freebooter and then assess the situation. Casting Grief would be really nice. I would rather have the option to do that. Look, this is we'll do a draft review definitely, and we'll take a look at the deck after. But this is kind of what happens when you don't find anything that uses your best cards, right? Just, I mean, I got cut on Academy. Sure, that happens, definitely. I got an Atroxa and a Frantic Search, but then just like no animates. And then I ended up with like, I think, an okay, but definitely not spectacular blue-black kind of mid-range deck. I mean, look, I have Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Psychic Frog, Bat, Freebooter. Those are all good cards, and they work well together. I've got some good, I've got Seasoned Engineer on 4. Land Mox Flash, okay. If that happens, that happens. All right. But I also, round 1, I mean, my opponent's deck was very good. That was just a very nutty Academy deck. Well, punished for not griefing on turn 1, I guess. Let's just sack this for black. All right. Freebooter, what you got? Entomb, Suplex, and lands, as well as an Abhorrent Oculus. And they kept their top card. Let's put Suplex under here, I guess. And Grief the Entomb, and they get a 2/2. Let's just pass the turn. I don't know. Currency Converter makes griefing a lot less appealing, I will say that. Watery Grave. Pass the turn. Watery Grave, pass, I see. I'm just going to try to cast Grief at some point, and I have Lose Focus up, so I feel like, well, I won't put this on top. All right, I'm going to wait a turn. See what they do. Draw with Converter. Because if I grief next turn, then they won't be able. Then they'll still maybe have something decent to grief, and then won't. They didn't entomb in response here, or in end of turn here. Okay, yeah, now they're going to make a treasure. What is this? They tapped mana wrong? Okay. 5 mana? Kefka Court Mage. All right. I guess I'll lose focus that. Drawing a frog. You have 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I should just grief them. I think discarding Deluge. Their hand is Oculus, Entomb, Tursa. I'm just going to take Tursa here. Tursa looks quite a bit stronger. Because it's not so much that I can't kill Tursa, it's that Tursa will just put 2 more cards in the graveyard to make Oculus work and is really good with Converter. So, well, for Oculus, I do have Dismember here, so I just have to make sure I leave up Dismember. Resentful Revelation is pretty nice. They actually can Oculus this turn if they have a land. Their hand is Entomb Oculus, but if they take land off this, they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in the graveyard, and they can tap Tursa, go to 6. That's actually pretty tempting, and if I were them, I would certainly be considering it. Oh, that's not gonna happen because one of the cards was World Spineworm. That's really funny. All right, well, I get to hit with the frog here. They can make a 2/2 blocker, but that I don't mind too much. I just exiled 3 cards from my graveyard. It's not like those cards are doing anything anyways. 2, 3. Give you flying. I'll just deal the damage, because if I draw a red land, I will play a Blood Tithe. Oh, well. It's Inquisition now. And his Oculus, Entomb, Exhume, huh? How do I do this? So I think I just take the Exhume, because I think that's the one that will be more dangerous at some point, and it could even get back a Kefka already. Pass the turn. Oculus can come out to play now. Make a 2/2 now. Oculus, yeah, you want to leave Entomb mana up. So they're going to have Entomb in hand. That's it. Okay, I mean this played out kind of interestingly. Okay, here comes Doc Ock. They have Entomb in hand. Don't need to spend too much more time perusing it. And that's their last card. All right. Dismember is a pretty nice little clean answer against Oculus here. Aragorn, huh? Discard Aragorn. Give this flying. Hit for 3. At some point I'll fight through those tokens, but I kind of want to just get my card here. Kind of just going to keep this in hand. Maybe I'll discard it to the frog. All right, we're entombing. Just getting a large creature, or is there something with flashback to get? I mean, this game's... I've battled through a decent amount of stuff. Kefka, Exhume, Tursa, Revelation. Okay, they just got Archon, so they're just getting a reanimate spell, or a reanimate card in case they draw a spell to reanimate. Reanimate it with, rather. Okay, and... and then they just draw a Corpse Dance immediately. Okay. Well, sack Kitesail, Freebooter, sack Frog. Yeah, we're just dead. Sure. Well, there it goes. Once again, I'm putting in these green cards, funnily enough. I guess I did play against 3 combo decks. I literally played against artifacts and 2 reanimator decks, so that's kind of how it goes. And discard Deluge still. And I think take out push didn't look that good. All right, let's go for the O3. Let's do it. All right, I would like to play first. I mean, Deathrite's pretty good. Obviously, we're banking on this Chromatic Star a little bit here, but I'm 2 colors towards Aragorn. I've got fetches, and they've got a lot of cards that go to the graveyard, so I feel like Deathrite might be somewhat enabled. Okay, Converter's obviously very good against me. That card is just really good, you know? Ooh, Mox Diamond's interesting. All right, so let's sack this for black. Draw a card. I was hoping to draw a land. I could have vamped for a land, but that doesn't... I really didn't want to do that. Let's go Deathrite Shaman. Mox, discard mountain, pass the turn. I probably just vamp for a land now and just play Aragorn next turn. Basically, the fact that I missed a land drop this turn doesn't matter that much. So I thought not vamping and hoping to just naturally draw a land would be better. And main phase just converting. Oh, I see. That makes sense, because otherwise the Deathrite could potentially eat the card in response to going under a converter. Well, I'm just going to vamp. And I think I get a fetch land. And I want to get Arid Mesa. Or I could get Wasteland, actually. Maybe I just get Wasteland. Yeah, I like that. Draw. Wasteland. What a weird setup here. Red is good because then I can play Aragorn. Aragorn off Island Wasteland, just the classic. All right, I actually think this could be just fine if Aragorn doesn't die here. I've got 3 cards that are pretty good at backing up Aragorn, and Wasteland on the Watery Grave is going to be pretty nice next turn, or Zagoth Triumph, I suppose. Okay, hopefully. And I can leave up Deathrite and Mox Diamond to disrupt potential animates or even currency converters, depending on how it gets played. Oh, nice. All right, let's hit with this. Creatures can't block this turn. Wasteland the Zagoth Triumph. And I think play Canker Bloom. Because I still have Spell Pierce up or activating Canker Bloom. Yeah, they get to make a thing. Into Malcolm. Okay. We're going to get to take the Monarch here. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. I guess that puts me slightly vulnerable to some sort of reanimate strategy this turn, but it'd be kind of thin. So let's let them attack first. Exile your Zagoth Triumph. Black. And let's fire off Dismember on Malcolm. And didn't see lots of counters from over there. For them to animate, they have to go like land, use converter, do something else. Okay. Go into game 3. Do I want Fatal Push now that I've seen Malcolm? It's pretty good against Malcolm, but that's about it. Yeah, I feel like I've got sufficient ways to interact. I could take out Treasure Cruise, but I feel like Treasure Cruise has some pretty good moments in your Mox Diamond triple fetch land deck. All right, I'll run this. It's not the best, but I think this is reasonable. Turn 1 Converter. Oh, turn 1 Ragavan. That at least I can answer with Dismember here. Okay, and I'm going to play Psychic Frog on 2. So let's go Mox. Let's discard the Plains. Land. Dismember the Ragavan. Play Chromatic Star. And I've got Frog next turn. I still don't want to vamp for a land. I just want to draw a land. Converter. Converter go. No land? No. Not that lucky. All right. Draw Wasteland? Oh, Heritage Reclamation. that's nice and all, but I need to play Psychic Frog this turn. No. Thank God I didn't add a black because I accidentally clicked on the vamp. All right. Frog, go. I just don't want to be vamping for lands if I don't need to. Any land is just fine. Frog doesn't die this turn. Tursa. Oh, this isn't so bad because I can blow up the currency converter here. I mean, they do get to use it once, which is unfortunate, but they don't get to attack with Tursa. At least. I mean, they could attack with Tursa, I guess. Draw. All right. Attack with Psychic Frog. No, really? Blocking? Okay. Discard Aragorn. And discard Cankerbloom. And then pass the turn. And they can make a treasure. Here. I'm deciding if they're going to make a thing. They might make a 2/2 first. I'm going to Heritage Reclamation and blow up the thing. Destroy target artifact. If they have a great play this turn, then so be it. Okay, I kind of have to fade one more turn here. Revelation is fine. Nothing big this turn. And then I have... It's not like having Spell Pierce up is the end-all be-all by any stretch. They've been 2 lands. Okay, so that wasn't a big creature. Yeah, they hit for 2. Oh, are they going to... Yeah, sure, passing to make me exile cards is fine. I will, because I would like to find something. I don't have any reanimates, so I'm going to exile the creatures from my graveyard. At some point, I'll let the 2/2 chump me, but I don't think I need to do it right now. Draw. Leyline Binding. Okay. Not that on right now, but it could be soon. Malcolm. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. So now I could vamp here for something. Let's see what they do. I mean, I guess I could vamp for... I could still vamp for a land. I could vamp for like a Fatal Push. It's such a bad vamp deck. Deep Cavern Bat. I'm not sure. I guess I even took Fatal Push out, so not even that one. They have 4 cards. I mean, any land that I get to cast Binding, like, it costs 4 right now. Any land drops it to 3 or maybe less, like if I get a dual land. And they discarded Kefka with this many cards. Okay. Suplex the Mox. Okay. Okay. I guess I will vamp then. And what do I pick up? Maybe Deep Cavern Bat? Yeah, that sounds kind of reasonable. I don't know. Can also block the Malcolm if it makes sense to do that. All right. Land would still be good here. Well, not really that one so much, but okay, bat you and see what you got. Getting Forest instead of Plains did not work out great. Daze and Mystic Confluence. Okay, well, I'll take the Mystic Confluence. I guess the Daze doesn't seem too bad right now. And Daze and Unknown in hand. Blew away from Mystic Confluence. I'm going to block Malcolm here. Give back Mystic Confluence. Hopefully no blue mana. If they do, I don't love it, but also okay, I'm sure they can get blue off of this. Thundering Falls. All right. 2 more draw steps to find a blue, because if I can Spell Pierce that Mystic Confluence, I like my spot. All right. Draw. I can't use that. I need to actually draw the the blue here. Okay. Come on. Just island? Treasure cruise. Sure. All right. Bin lush portico. Pass the turn. Yeah. The way these games have been going is pretty funny. Look, here's the upside. If the frog gets bounced, at least next turn, I'll get or next time I draw blue, I can just replay the frog. It's not the end of the world. But obviously it's a shame to get Mystic Confluence cast when I don't have the mana to replay the frog and I have Spell Pierce in hand. Like, come on. I do Swamp, Shadowy Backstreet. Oh no, when it rains, the gear pours. Inquisition you. Daze and Faithless Looting, huh? Guess I'll take the Faithless Looting. I don't know. Daze isn't really doing a whole lot here. Blowing up my Mox Diamond. It's bad times for me, I guess. I guess I can Leyline Binding here if the situation warrants it, though it would get dazed. And they drew Jace off the top. Alright. I can't even binding this instant. Attacking now, so if I had Shieldred's Edict, I'd get to snipe it. If I had pierced the daze, I guess that would have worked out better, but felt like that one wasn't going to be super relevant. I don't know, maybe they're chasing me. Okay. Honestly, that gives me probably the best chance to win, because now I'm going to get to binding here and not get chased. I mean, if I draw blue, we still got a game. They do get to flashback looting here. Of course, I do DAC when I have all obs on lands out. That's really funny. Magic does have a sense of humor sometimes. It really does. Like, any of these ends is an island. I pierce the confluence. I imagine I do win this game in a landslide. They'll just be dead by now. So, I was a blue away from winning a match, I suppose. Though, it does not look like it's going to happen. They're actually getting to flashback Resentful Revelation space. And it's not going to be easy. Okay, at least the World Spine Worm didn't get animated. Okay, I'm at 3. What a game. What a game. I'm going to draw Prismatic Vista. I don't think it matters at this point, honestly. Turns out doing nothing for like 5 turns is not a good way to win the game, and now between Faithless Looting and Resentful Revelation, I'm sure they'll be able to do something, just put me out of my misery, which really is what all I've been asking for. Oh, God. Let's go. Let's go. I can't cast spells right now. You can just do your thing. It's not Resentful Revelation? We're doing something else instead? I guess we'll see, huh? Exhume. Okay. And is Daze and Torsten. I guess I'll take the Torsten. They're discarding Daze, so I guess I'll discard Pierce. So they just draw 1. All right. So what happens? They spend 8 and flip this. Turns into a 5/7 flying. Well, hold on. Do I Psychic Frog? I could Treasure Cruise. The problem is I don't think I have anything that kills the Kefka. Not anymore. Because I've used Binding and Dismember both. And just Deluge isn't in the deck. Sure, I guess I'll Psychic Frog. I don't really think that's going to lead to a win. But I think it's my only play. Pass the turn. I guess if they draw land, they can flip Kefka. Oh, they Drew Entomb. Okay. I don't know that that does anything besides just put Archon in the graveyard now. Okay, they didn't draw lands. They're going to attack with Kefka. Well, I'm actually going to run this play. Okay. This way they don't draw a card off me discarding. They can discard their Mox and draw a card. And then, unfortunately, if I had more life, I could double block Kefka here, or if my Frog had one more counter. But that's not the case. All right. They discarded Mox to draw a card, and then they got their Torsten back, which they luckily don't have white mana to cast. What am I hoping to even draw here to kill this Kefka? I don't think I have anything. I guess Brazen Borrower's not done yet. I guess Brazen Borrower's not nothing. Oh, they're just going to flip it? I have to sack a permanent of my choice. I guess a Swamp. Now it's a 5/7. Whenever opponent loses life during your turn, draw that many cards. All right. Okay, that's something. Draw. Petty Theft that. And then play Freebooter. Their hand is... Am I going to win this game? They can play Kefka now and discard Torsten and draw a card. They drew a land. But then Kefka has to chump my Frog. Oh, they're Revelationing and then just hoping. Okay, I don't know how many outs they have, but I guess we'll find out. Well, what a weird game. And they found the Shallow Grave, which, to be fair, they had 8 cards left in their deck, so they hit a 3 out of 8. And then I lose to that. Yeah, all right. Fair enough, fair enough. I would say I put up a pretty good fight, given the fact that I just couldn't cast spells for the vast majority of the game, but it wasn't enough. And that's an 0-3. And yeah, I mean, this deck, look, here's the good thing. It had pretty good mana. I mean, that last game. Well, that last game was my Mox Diamond getting blown up, and then me drawing exactly Plains Forest instead of any of the other lands. But overall, I think I had pretty decent mana. I mean, 3 fetch lands will do that. I had Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Spell Pierce, Psychic Frog, Dismember, Deep Cavern Bat, Freebooter. Like, these are some pretty good cheap interaction. You start with all those cards, it's pretty good. I had some decent 4s. Treasure Cruise was good in my deck. I never cast it, of course. And some other disruption. The bad news is I had no power because my first picks, you know, like I didn't play my Academy, my third pick Urza, which I knew at the time I took it. I wasn't that likely to play it. I took an Atroxa and a Frantic Search, never saw any, and played against 2 reanimated people, kind of explains that, I guess. For further solidifying my decision not to take reanimator cards, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I had a Thopter Foundry that didn't work out. I don't know, this kind of didn't open, like my first picks, given that I didn't play Academy and my other first picks were like a Fetch Land and a Psychic Frog or something, or just okay. I didn't get to play the best cards in the draft, and then those games were also kind of unfortunate, and that is exactly how you 0-3. You know what? I've changed my mind. I don't want to look at the draft. I've had enough of this deck. Suffice to say that it didn't work out, and you know what? And maybe next time it will. So, thanks for hanging out with me. Look, I first picked Academy, got off it really quickly, took an Atroxa, and then just never saw an outlet to go somewhere else. And that is, unfortunately, the case. So, I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. Turns out, even first picking Academy can't get me to draft artifacts in my no artifacts week. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.